Spring 2020 update. The waterfall returns. New super troops. The Super Barbarian. Sneaky Goblin. The Super Wall Breaker. The Super Giant. Spring 2020 update. Purchasing super statue, upgrades and super troops. Welcome fellow Clash addicts, this is Merlin of Indigo Dragons, and yes, the spring update of Clash of Clans is finally here, and we are greeted with a return of the waterfall. The first time in 7 years we've had a waterfall, and we've also got the wonderful super troops, so I'm sure you've heard a lot about these already. We're going to be having a look at them and trying them out. First up is the Sneaky Goblin. He's invisible for the first 5 seconds, damage is up ×4, hit points up ×3, so a lot stronger than the normal Goblin as well. He is a super looter. Next up is the Super Barbarian. Super Barbarian is serious improvement on the normal Barbarian. Rages for the first 8 seconds, damage ×5, hit points ×4, a powerhouse to add to your army. So next up is the Super Wall Breaker. Now this one has a giant rolling bomb that he travels on. His damage is up ×3 when you count the damage that it does when he runs into something, plus extra damage when destroyed when that giant bomb goes off. Hit points is up ×4 as well, so he lasts a little bit longer against defences. The Super Giant. This is probably my favourite, I think. Increased damage to walls. His damage is up 2 times the normal giant, and hit points up 2¼ but it's an extra 5 housing space, so 10 housing space rather than the 5 for a normal giant. So we're going to try each of these troops out and see what they're like. There's a try button, so for free, without training any or committing, you can just drop your troops and try them out. So we're going to try out Super Barbarians first. We'll drop them in at the bottom there, and you're given 2 heals and 2 jumps to try with it. So I'm going to try and jump these in towards the town hall, but I think I've failed. They've gone around the outside, but never mind, it's just a try. So, but the main thing you notice here is that the Barbarians keep going for quite a while. They've obviously got a big benefit from those hit points, and they're ploughing through buildings. Single Infernos is no problem at all. With all those targets, single Infernos, not going to get rid of those much. Going to have to watch the multi-Infernos, I think, with the Super Barbarians. But look at that, ploughing through those defences, taking out most of the base. Oh, and don't hit those arrows, Mr. Barbarian, because you'll get a perm. Never mind. Anyway, he was still hitting the wall somehow. And there we go. So 89% just with the Super Barbarians. They're pretty good. So that's a contender. Which one shall I train up? Let's try the Sneaky Goblin. So this one is obviously going to target all of the resources. We're going to rage those in from 4 different positions. Look at those go. And they're invisible for the first 5 seconds as well, which means they can get in there and do a lot of damage. So excellent troops for looting. If you're wanting to loot for that all important Dark Elixir to get those heroes up, then maybe go for the Sneaky Goblins, I think. Look at that. They just got through so much of that resources, and even trying to get into the town hall there, but didn't quite manage. Very good. 32%, but lots of loot. Up next then, let's try the Super Wall Breaker. Now I'm quite excited about this one. This is another contender, I think, for what I might choose. Drop 3 rage in, and look at those go. Just blasting through those walls. And they've got quite a lot of hit points as well, so they do get a bit further against all those defensive. That's pretty impressive. Through 4 walls there in towards the town hall. Even had a go at the town hall. Look. My goodness. They are powerful. They're really useful. I think they'll be really useful. But let's try a Super Giant, because he's also good getting through walls. but he's also going to do a bit of tanking, so we're going to rage those in as well. Probably don't need to rage them actually. I could probably rage them later on because they're going to get through the walls very quickly anyway. Do increased damage against walls, and even the wizard tower's not doing much damage against. There's just so many hit points on these giants. They're going to last a while. Let's see how they get on with this base. So speed that up a little bit, healing them as well. But we've still got plenty of them left, and we're chewing up this base and just cutting through walls like a knife through butter there. Take out the eagle artillery. Even the eagle artillery's not doing too much against those groups of giants. Single infernos, no problem at all. Can only pick off one giant at a time. Gonna have to watch out for multi infernos, and of course the Giga Tesla or the Giga Inferno on a Town Hall 13. But just getting through those walls so quickly, it's going to take out the Town Hall. Look at that. All those giants still going, and they just eaten through that. Even the bomb, they've got away from that, I think. Most of them escaped the damage of the bomb afterwards. And now it's just cleanup. So we've still got the heroes to go though. Can they get through this entire base, or will they get stopped by the heroes? They're going to make short work of these resource collectors, elixir collectors there. Now on towards the CC, and the queen's having a few pop shots, but it's only a level 1 queen, so maybe against a level 70 queen it wouldn't do so well. But interestingly, the AI was good enough that they took out the queen first there, but they've missed the barbarian king. They went for his altar first. Oh, and there's a little fire camp there, but it's obviously not really part of the base, so they've dodged that. Onto the gold collectors, and that's it. 100% with the giants. It is a bit of an easier base, but I think we'll go for that one. We'll train some giants up. Now, you train your giants, you boost your giants for 7 days, and then after that, you're going to have to pick a different troop. Let's just have a look what's in the shop. So we've got a few bundles in here. We're going to go for the super bundle, I think. Get the super statue. It's a one-time offer. We get plenty of dark elixir to go with it, and a book of fighting as well. And don't forget, we're going to be able to upgrade barbarians and goblins and Valks. So we could use that dark elixir and the book of fighting to boost the Valks. This is if you're at a max Town Hall 13. If not, so you'll be able to get super troops if you're Town Hall 11. There's the super statue in there that doesn't do anything if I click on it. Not like my dragon, of course, which breathes fire. I love that. So not quite as exciting as I was hoping, but nevertheless it looks pretty cool, and it's got glowing embers on the top of there. So yeah, you can have super troops from Town Hall 11. Let's just have a look at the upgrades that we can do on Town Hall 13. So it's pretty much maxed out on Town Hall 13 apart from cannons. Now we can upgrade the archer towers again. They were maxed before this update, and the mortar and the bomb tower. So let's have a look at the archer tower. Only going up 6 in damage per second there, and not too much on hit points. So it's a bit of a token gesture. We're doing it for the appearance really, show off our max 13 base. Now let's have a look at the bomb tower. That's going up 8. That's over 10%. Must be 12-13% increase in damage per second, and big increase on damage when destroyed as well, and hit points up 300. So that's a significant upgrade. Out of the 2 so far, that is the best money value upgrade. Let's have a look at the mortar. Oh, now that's going up just over 10% damage per second. Nothing on the burst fire. 3 shots for the multi-mortar there, of course, just still 3 shots. Damage per hit up 10%. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and leave any comments below. Thank you very much for watching.